And now let's bring in some analysis into the show. We are joined by Dr. Mausam, Head Yardi School of AI, Indian Institute of Technology, IIT Delhi. Dr. Mausam specializes in artificial intelligence, machine learning and natural language processing models. We also have with us in the studio Arastu Sharma, founder Shodh AI. Shodh AI, relatively new Indian AI research innovation company, provides customized deployable AI models for businesses. So let me get in Dr. Mausam first. As India hosts the AI Impact Summit in Delhi, what does this moment signal about India's global AI ambitions?
Thank you very much for having me in the show. Yes, absolutely. It signals that India is now at the forefront of AI. Not only does it go and join other people in AI discussions, it now invites other people to come onto the table and takes the leadership. This is the time that the showcase is on Global South, and India is the right country to lead the Global South. So I am really excited at all the amazing people that are coming together over these 5 days. I actually do not remember any other event where people like Bill Gates, Nandan Nilekani, Terry Amodei, Yoshua Bengio, Nobel laureates, Demis Hassabis, all of these people came together under a single roof at an event that was open to public to witness. I think we will be witnessing a spectacle, and it is really befitting that India is taking more and more leadership in the field of AI.
Okay, let me bring in Arastu now. Arastu, you are the founder of Shodh AI, a relatively new Indian company in research, AI research innovation. How do you see this event where India is positioning itself in the global AI race, perhaps aiming to be better than US, China one day?
Yeah, so I'd like to quote Prime Minister. So we were invited to meet him, and he had mentioned that the whole point of the summit is to put ourselves shoulder to shoulder to the countries who are claiming to be ahead of AI, and India is really saying here that we are there where you are. We have the data. We are the people who are creating the most data in the world. We are the people who
are consuming the most data.
Consuming as well as creating, because AI takes the data. It takes the data and then AI is created, right? So
yes.
India is making the data. We are the biggest internet users in the world. So itself, the point was that we must use our own data, create the AI for ourselves, and position ourselves as one of the leaders in AI. And the really good point here is that AI has just started. AI race has just started. Language and code are the starting points. We'll be going towards biology, AI in material science, AI in discovery, and there's a lot of things to come. So if India has started to do this at the right point, in the next 5 years, we might be the leading country in a lot of areas.
Okay, that's really a great thought to begin the program here. Yeah. Let me bring in Dr. Mausam again. So in a major endorsement of India's growing role in artificial intelligence, Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI, has described India as a potential full-stack AI leader. Now, in a media article, Altman said that India has become OpenAI's second largest user base globally after the United States. How big is this?
I mean, that does not surprise me, the fact that India has become the largest mobile user base of OpenAI and second largest user base of OpenAI. We have a lot of people who are very, very tech savvy. And so it is very natural that we would start using whatever technological disruptions happen. That doesn't surprise me. I think Sam Altman, if he feels that India would have the capabilities of full stack AI, there is nothing to doubt there. I think we can have those capabilities. The real question is, how fast are we moving towards that vision? I feel that we can do more, but that is the kind of discussion. Maybe we will spur our speed based on the discussion that happens in this event.
Okay, so with India's digital backbone like Unique Identification Authority of India, Aadhaar and UPI, does India have a unique AI advantage, Dr. Mausam?
Yes, we do have an advantage. So the advantage is the scale. I think if I think about the specific strength that India brings, it is often not the first technology, it is not the first innovation, because that first innovation is generally very, very expensive. And because of that, it takes, maybe other countries who have more flush with funding go there first. We are much better at two things. We are much better at making them efficient. For example, Chandrayaan is a prime example of the fact that other countries went to the moon, and then we went and we were much cheaper and much more cost efficient, and because of all the research done in the country. In the same way, in the field of AI, we will hopefully get there with more cost efficiency, which is going to be incredibly important for the future, and we can talk more about this. And second, we would be the right place to test the applicability at large scale, because you can test it in first world countries where there are a smaller number of people and limited number of challenges. But India gives you all countries of the world in one. We have the first world and the second world and the third world and the below poverty, and we will be able to showcase the value of AI in all these strata of the society, giving value of inclusiveness and value to everyone, and we'll have to do it at cost efficiency. So that is our edge. Our edge is the humongous scale at which we need to make anything successful, and I think that would be very critical as AI moves forward.
Okay. Arastu, your take on where India stands today in the field of artificial intelligence. What are the possibilities here? Is this India's ChatGPT moment, if I could say that, or are we still in an experimental phase?
I would say that we are not fighting them on the ChatGPT right now. So the current problem to solve in India, which companies like Servam and Gyani are doing, which is to build the small language models for the Indian public, which is we want models for our languages, models that can be used for, like my driver is not able to understand English, so he cannot navigate with Google Maps. So we need people and applications that are built on Indian languages. So that's the first point to solve. But in the next few years, we have built the infra for it. So we have around 30,000 GPUs, which is the starting capex. And we are trying to go towards 1 lakh to 2 lakh GPUs. That's what the India AI mission's aim is. So if we are able to build that capability,
for the next 5 years?
Exactly. In the next 2-3 years, they're saying, but in the next 5 years, even if we get there and you have 2 lakh GPUs, then it's basically just about, then there is no limitation for it. We will be able to build anything that they can build. We will be able to fight them on the AI races that are coming next. So the point right now is to build the capital and the infrastructure around it, which we've started to do, and at the right time.
Through India AI mission.
Through India AI mission. So in the next 1 or 2 years, we'll be able to get to the point where we can build our own ChatGPTs, or even areas to target, like Ashwini Vaishnav recently mentioned, that you don't really need to compete on language and code only. You also need to compete on SLMs, so small language models, on specific models. So build models for biology, build models for physics, build models for areas that will come to race in the future, build our own patents and IPs. So that's the next race, and that's coming because we've built our capital.
How long do you see? By when will we have these separate sector-specific models?
So it has actually started like across the world. It has started right now only, and even US is not that far ahead from us in biology and in material science. So I would say in the next 2 years, you'd start to see that within 6 months, we're starting to make new batteries from like lithium ion to you'll have sodium batteries. You would have solved maybe made like an alternative to rare earth metals, and you'll have some sort of an alloy that's used instead of that. You would have things coming very, very fast. You would have solved healthcare in next 5 years. You'll have new drugs coming in 6 months. So we have to fight in that race, and India will fight it. We see the the motivation and the opportunity that we've taken here, and we're pushing forward. But we all have to work hard on it. It's on entrepreneurs. Government has done enough, and they have promised that they'll be building the capacity for it. So if they do their part, it's on the entrepreneurs and the scientists to take it ahead and fight US and China and Europe where they are, and maybe get ahead of them.
Okay.